Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation, and release the rest to the universe. So let's see what messages are coming through, please. Forgiveness. Letting go of emotional burdens, the key to healing and growth in connection, and acknowledging your feelings and that of your twin. Okay, guys, well, first of all, I do feel that your person knows that they need to ask you to forgive them. And I do feel that there is a very sincere and heartfelt apology coming from them, and that is going to be coming from them directed towards you because they don't like how it feels to be carrying all of this heavy guilt and this regret and this remorse, and it feels like this heavy weight and this burden that they're carrying with them. They know that they need to express themselves and explain themselves and apologize to you, and this is what I feel they are really contemplating and thinking about right now. Trying to figure out the right words to say. How are they going to be able to get it all in? Now, I understand that you guys just acknowledge that they just need to say hello, and then you guys can take it from there and open the lines of communication. But this person feels that they need to present themselves to you in a much better way than just saying, hey, what's happening? They want to apologize, and they want to apologize, I feel, in person. So they may reach out and communicate and say, hey, can we meet? I'd like to talk to you. I want to clear the air. Can we talk? Whatever it is, I feel that this is coming from your person, because they are trying to complete their healing and growth during this time that you are apart from each other. And they also want to acknowledge the feelings that they have for you, that they have perhaps kept hidden, that they have denied, that they have rejected, because that is something that they also need your forgiveness for. Because when the two of you were spending time together, you could tell that this person had feelings for you. You could see it by the way that they talked to you, by the way they looked at you, and it's just the energy between the two of you. But then if they said, oh no, I don't have feelings for you, or it's all in your head, or any of that other stuff, it left you feeling confused and not really sure which end was up, and that was mixed signals and mixed messages coming at you from your person. And that is a difficult thing to deal with as well, because you don't know whether you're coming or going when they do that. And your person wants to apologize to you for all of this, but they also want to explain everything to you. Because I feel during the time you've been away from each other, they have gained such a greater understanding of themselves. And they want to give you your own understanding, your own sense of clarity, as well as validate you for what you were trying to explain and share with them when you were spending time together before. This forgiveness card comes with number 21, if anyone resonates with number 21, or 2 or 1, although it could be like February 1st or the 1st. It could be February 1st or January 2nd, or it could be the number 3, because 2 plus 1 equals 3. On the other side, this says, I'm seeking your forgiveness. Even if I can't utter the words, I'm trying to also forgive myself for treating you unfairly, but I am hoping that I can quiet my guilt. Yeah, see, so your person is having a really hard time right now, I feel. It is a very heavy burden that they're carrying, because not only are they having to deal with their own broken heart, but they're also having to deal with the knowledge that they have brought so much damage into this connection for the two of you. And they are feeling a definite heavy weight and burden of that at the moment, and they don't like how it feels. And it is kind of like this double weight, you know, you've got the guilt, they've got the regret, the remorse, and knowing that they hurt you and they hurt this connection. But then on top of that, they're having to feel with this loneliness and isolation and missing you and wanting to get back what they have lost, that they screwed up. But yet they're trying to figure out how to come towards you and what to say. But they will figure it out, because this is part of the process that this person needs to make on their journey back towards you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. Dark night of the soul. Well, that actually would make sense that this might come after this forgiveness card, because I do feel your person is having a hard time forgiving themselves, actually, for how they treated you and for how they acted. I feel they are embarrassed. I feel they are ashamed of themselves, and they know that they're going to have to really make it up to you in order to win you back, perhaps even in order just to have a conversation with you. But this is what they are going to do. A dark night of the soul. Interesting, this card comes with number 3 and that 21. If we add 2 plus 1, that does equal 3 as well. If anyone resonates with 3s. This dark night of the soul card says enhanced awareness of identity. An extremely difficult and painful period. Personal and deep development of oneself. And I feel that this is what your person is going through. This is why they are able to acknowledge that they need to apologize to you, because they have grown up. This shows us that they are taking accountability and responsibility for the words, actions, and behaviors that they brought into this relationship that were so hurtful and damaging to you. It shows accountability. It shows responsibility. And it shows us that they are owning it because they want to apologize. And perhaps in the past, your person would not have apologized to you. Perhaps they had too much pride and too much ego to be able to express or extend an apology for the things that they did wrong. But because they are experiencing this dark night of the soul, it tells us that they are able to get rid of their pride and their ego, because pride and ego do not belong in these kind of relationships. They're just not part of it. And your person needed to have this experience to get rid of that, their selfish behaviors, because this kind of connection is about being unconditionally loving and selfless to each other. And on the other side, it says, I'm fighting my demons and re-examining my actions. It is a life-altering and also extremely painful at times. I fight against the changes, but I know it must happen for me to evolve. Yes, you guys have been through the struggle of a dark night of the soul, right? You know you've got to change. You know you have to evolve. And you know that eventually resistance is going to be futile. And your person is aware of this now as well. What this is saying is your person is having to change and transform, whether they had wanted to or not. Now, they can have run from this transformation. They could have resisted the changes. They could have said they'll do it later, but eventually they're going to have to go through this transformation because it is part of their journey and it is part of the process of this relationship between the two of you. And yes, it is still a relationship, even though you are in no contact, even though you haven't seen each other, even though they're running, ghosting, denying the connection or whatever it is, there is still the connection that is very much alive and at work in your lives. Because these connections, they can't be severed, because you have been traveling lifetimes with each other. Your person is having a major wake-up call here with this dark night of the soul, and perhaps as well they are having to deal with some karmic fallout for creating so much damage in this relationship, for breaking your heart and doing and saying things to you that you didn't deserve. You didn't deserve this kind of actions, words, and behaviors that this person brought into your life and into this relationship. And that dark night, though, it is giving them that powerful and painful, life-altering experience that they have needed for quite some time. The next card is surrender. This card comes with number 64. If anyone resonates with 64, 6 or 4, that could be June 4th. It could be April 6th. Although 6 plus 4 equals 10, which resolves to 1, which is all about a fresh start. This says not resisting, but going with the flow. May feel mentally and physically relaxed. Letting go of judgment and being mindful of the present. Okay, guys, so I feel that what this is telling us is, yes, your person has resisted this connection. They have tried to not go through the growth and the life lessons and experiences and spiritual and personal evolution that they've needed in order to be your partner. But when the divine, when the universe comes down and says, it is time for you to change, you are going to have that transformation. And you can resist it. You can run from it. You can try to prevent it. But ultimately, who's going to win? Well, I'd put my hand on the divine, or I'd place my bets on the divine, rather. Because when you have these kind of soul connections with someone, you have agreements with that person, that other soul, which is you and your person, basically. But then you also have those agreements with your angels and guides and with the divine, with God, with the universe at large, that you're going to have these experiences. Do you really think you can get away with not going through that growth? No, because you can't. You can delay it. You can make it take longer. You can make it harder than necessary as well. But eventually you're going to go through that transformation and growth. And this is what is happening for your person right now. This is why they're saying, I surrender. I surrender. I can't fight these feelings anymore. It is time for me to come back. I am tired of running. I have been running on this hamster wheel for a very long time now, trying to escape my feelings for you, and I can't run from them. I can't run from this growth and these life lessons either, although I've been trying to do that. I just wanted to stay in that childish, immature behavior that I had when we were spending time together before, and I really didn't want to grow up because I didn't want to be accountable and responsible to you and to this relationship. But I also see now that I was not being responsible to myself and to my own growth. And I see and understand now that this is all part of the process and why I am here on the planet. It is for this personal and spiritual growth and for the evolution of my soul. And even though it's been a very hard experience for me and I have gone through this dark night and I am trying to pull myself up and out of this dark tunnel, I am doing it, and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it is the light of your love, and I am surrendering to this now because I want to come back into your loving embrace. I need to be returned to your light. I have felt what it's like to not have you in my life, and let me tell you, it is a miserable experience. I'm going to stop denying my feelings. I'm going to stop denying this connection. I am going to come back and acknowledge my feelings for you, because I need to be mindful of who I am and why we are in each other's lives. But let's see what this other side says. I am ready to surrender myself to our connection. Well, hallelujah for that. I will no longer run away from it and I will no longer deny it. Exactly, that is what we need to hear. I am trusting in the universe and our love for one another. Yes, surrender. You know, you can deny, you can run, you can resist for so long, but love is so much more powerful than fear, isn't it? The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is fear. And fear and love can't exist in the same space. It's one or the other. And when you and your person were spending time together before, perhaps they had love for you, but that fear was there as well. And that fear became greater than that love. And so they succumbed to that fear and they listened to all of that stuff yapping away incessantly in their brain. You can't do that. What if they find out what you're really like? What if they see who you really are? What if your mask falls off and they get a glimpse of your true self and then they don't like you? They're going to run from you. They're going to break up with you and they're not going to love you anymore. And that is a very sad soundtrack that has perhaps played over in your person's mind because of their past experiences in this lifetime that they were supposed to work through before they met you. But they hadn't, and they didn't because they were holding on to these childish behaviors, etc. But through meeting you, you have encouraged this person to change and evolve and grow because you are that powerful catalyst in their life. You are the one that they needed to meet so that they could start making these changes and become the person that they need to become. And this is what they are doing now through this dark night. They are in the process of becoming, just becoming who they are intended to be and who they are destined to be so that they can surrender to this love and to this relationship so the two of you can start getting on with it and start rebuilding and planning for a future together. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What messages does the collective need? Fateful encounter. Impossible to avoid, big impact on future. Questions your belief system, important life-altering event. Okay, guys, this card comes with number 1. And that resolves back to that 6 + 4 = 10. So I do feel that this number 1 is about starting fresh. It's about starting over. It is about this reset that your person wants to have with you. Your person wants a fresh start. They want to begin again. But let's see what this side says. The moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. I can't explain how I felt, but I knew I was meant to find you. Okay, guys, is that how you felt as well? When you met your person, Did something just click into place when you and this person crossed paths, however you met? Whether it was through an app, whether it was through a dating site, whether it was through friends or at a party, or you're just crossing paths, however the two of you met, it was a fated event, because that was the powers that be at work in your lives. That was the divine orchestrating the meeting for the two of you, because you have a destiny with each other. And that meeting happened before your person had worked through their stuff, which of course created all of this chaos, confusion, heartache, and heartbreak, drama and trauma in your life and theirs as well. And that is what has caused them to experience this dark night of the soul. But the dark night of the soul is a transition process. Because when we come through a dark night of the soul, which way do we go? There's only one way to go, and that is to go up and back to the light. And that is part of this transformation that is happening with your person. Could they have done this a lot easier? Well, yes, they could have. If they hadn't tried to run, if they hadn't tried to ghost, if they hadn't tried to deny the connection and kind of run from all of this, things would have been a lot easier. But eventually the dark night of the soul is a very transformative experience. But what this is saying with this fateful encounter card is your person knew in the moment the two of you first met that their life was going to be forever different. And that is what they were resisting. They were resisting the change that they were going to have to make, or the changes that they were going to have to make in their life, because they weren't ready for it. They didn't want to grow up. They didn't want to let go of childish behaviors and immature stuff and bad habits and toxic and dysfunctional behaviors, and perhaps people, friends and family members, etc., and on the list goes. But we are here on this planet for the evolution of our souls, so that we can become the powerful souls that we are destined to be. It is all about our personal growth and transformation. And that is why we are here. That is why we have these experiences. And that is why we have these relationships. Because these kind of partnerships, these kind of connections are so very powerful that they're going to cause you to grow, evolve, and change, even if it takes a dark night of the soul to make it happen. But your person knew when they met you, when they laid eyes on you, that, well, life is going to be different now. And I know something is happening. And your person knew in that moment that their life was going to be changed. And they've always known since they first met you that you are the one for them. Cosmic love. Okay, connected in the 5D regardless if connected in the 3D. Okay, connected in the 5D regardless if connected in the 3D. Well, yes, you guys at the moment, for most of you watching this reading, you are probably connecting in the 5D space. And I do feel that you dream of each other at night. And when you dream of each other at night, you are meeting up in the spiritual realm in that 5D space to exchange information, to hang out with each other, to have a date while you're floating around on a cloud. Yes, that was a little bit of an angelic moment, but I'm trying to make it a little bit light because this reading got very intense there for a moment as that channel stuff was happening. But what this is saying is you and your person are always connected, because the connection that you share with each other is eternal. It's just that you guys are trying to make it happen in the 3D world where you live. And that is something that is coming, because you have to consider this fateful encounter card. And I want to say something, and I might have said it before, but I'm going to say it again. For those of you who are new to the channel, and for anyone that's new coming in today, hello and welcome. That same cosmic force, the divine, God, your angels and guides, the universe, that cosmic force that brought the two of you together for that fateful encounter that started all of this to begin with, is still at work in your lives. And if they were powerful enough to move stuff around in your lives to enable the meeting of the two of you to happen in the first place, would not they still be powerful to allow this connection to come back together and get it moving again? Why, yes, is the answer. They would. And your person knows this as well. And I do feel they are going through spiritual growth right now, because that is the only way out of a dark night of the soul. This card also says intense or strong feelings that feel... Wait, let me try that again. Intense or strong feelings that they feel are everlasting, powerful, or otherwise indescribable. Well, duh. Can you describe the connection that you have with your person? If you tried to describe to your family and friends what this connection to this person felt like, how would they look at you? Would they think that you had kind of like lost a few marbles? Because unless you have had or experienced one of these kind of connections yourselves, you're not going to be able to understand it. And your person couldn't understand what was happening to them either. They knew that something was happening, that they knew something was shifting in their life. They knew something very powerful was happening in the moment that the two of you met, and then afterwards as well. They couldn't understand why their feelings for you were developing so quickly, why there was such an intensity of emotion and passion between you, because it was unfamiliar to them. And it was probably unfamiliar to you as well. But you guys watching the reading were more prepared for this connection. Your person wasn't. And that is why I call the space where you are right now preparing for union, because this is where the growth occurs so that you can come back and get it together with each other. Even though we are not together, we are connected through and through. When I sleep, I dream of you. When I'm awake, I think of you. I am able to feel you as if you are physically here. So you guys watching the reading, do you feel that as well? Do you feel sometimes that you can feel them just right next to you, like sitting next to you on the sofa, or next to you in the car, or lying next to you in bed? Because your person feels your essence and feels your energy is what this is saying. And even though it is difficult to be in this space of no contact and separation from your person, separation is truly an illusion, because in the 5D world, you are always in union. It just needs to happen down here in the 3D space. But that is something that is being worked towards for both of you. This Cosmic Love card comes with number 14. If anyone resonates with number 14, although 1 plus 4 does equal 5, that could be January 4th or April 1st as well. Number 5 is about change coming into this connection for you and your person, but I feel that that is evident based on what we are seeing for this reading today so far. Fulfilled, completion or achievement, feeling happy and satisfied with one's life, going after what you want and getting what you want out of life. Okay, well, this card comes with number 45, if anyone resonates with 45 or 4 or 5. Although 4 plus 5 does equal 9, which represents the end of a cycle. And I feel that this is representing the end of this cycle of separation, no contact, ghosting, running, and all of that other stuff. What does this other side say? When I'm with you, I feel complete. I feel as if I won the best prize of all. Well, yes, because you are the prize. You guys watching the reading are the prize. You're exactly what I need and want in my life. You are what this person needs, because you fulfill and complete each other like no one else can. No one else can complete or fulfill either one of you the way that you do, because you have been traveling together through so many lifetimes with one another. That is why this connection is so intense. You have always been with this person, and you have brought with you through all of these lifetimes, all of the love, all of the passion, all of the chemistry that you have shared with this person. No wonder it's something that they can't describe or understand when it was happening, because it was just so powerful and overwhelming. But your person is acknowledging that you complete them and that their life is somehow not complete without your presence. And don't you guys feel the same way? This is a major clue for your person that it's time to start doing something to come back in your direction, because it says they're going to go after what they want. And that is you and this relationship, because I can't read upside down. I feel as if I won the best prize of all, which is you guys watching the reading. You're exactly what I need and what I want in my life. And you guys do belong together, like yin and yang, like peas and carrots. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. I feel this is about your person having a major wake-up call here, because I also feel that they're going to be reaching out to you as well. They're going to have a lot to talk to you about, guys. They're going to have a lot to share with you. New beginnings, a potato, how cute. Fresh start with an open mind, knowing where you lacked in the past and using that to create success, allowing yourself to accept changes that might bring good things to you. Well, yes, this card comes with number 46, which also resolves to 10, which also resolves to 1, which is about new beginnings. Okay, so we have a lot of fresh starts on this table. On the reading for today, we need to let go of our issues and work through our struggles by recognizing what went wrong and how we played a part in it. I love you too much to let you go. Let's start anew. Yes, let's get this fresh start moving and grooving so that we can open that champagne bottle and have a celebration. Well, I feel that what this is telling us is your person knows where they have failed you, and they know where they failed you and let you down, which is why they want to come back and ask you to forgive them. They want to apologize in a very big way because they have so much regret and remorse for all of the things that they have done wrong here. They know what they've screwed up. They don't want to screw up again, which is why it's taking them a minute to figure out what to say to you. They think that they may only have 1 chance or 2 chances to get it right, and they don't want to blow any more chances because they know they've made such a mess in the past. But they are learning, growing, and evolving through all of this. I do feel your person misses you, and they are longing for you, just like you are longing for them. But this process is important because it's allowing them to grow and evolve and become the person that you need them to be, who can love you the way that you need them to love you, the way that you deserve them to love you. They are surrendering to all of this and to this connection because they want to start over. And they want to start over with the roots like that potato, going deep into the earth where it won't be wobbly or crack or crumble ever again. Sentimentality. Having a hard time letting go. Well, your person can't let go of you. That is evident through the rest of this reading that we have here today. Examining photos and thinking about the past. Well, yes, I think your person is looking at a lot of pictures and feeling a lot of serendipity and really wishing that things were different. That's part of that dark night of the soul, actually. Strong emotional feelings while thinking about memories. Well, yes, you do have very powerful memories with each other because you have many experiences with each other, not only in this lifetime, but in other lifetimes as well. This card, this sentimentality card, comes with number 51. If anyone resonates with 51, although that equals 6, which is all about balance and bringing balance back into this connection, back into this relationship. I am having a hard time with these cards on the camera frame, guys, and I apologize for that. These are called Pop of Love, and I've only used them 1 or 2 times before, so I apologize for not being able to get them right in the camera frame because they are much larger than the cards I usually use. But this says, the memories of us bring me joy, but agony at the same time. I think about you continuously and you are never far from my thoughts. Okay, so it's kind of like the memories are bittersweet because they are thinking about all the good times and all the laughter and all the fun and all the romance and all the sexy times and all the dates and all the wonderful experiences that you had with each other. But then having to realize as well that you're not there. They only have memories of the way that you were with each other, memories of spending time together, your adventures, your dates, all the things that you used to do, laughing, loving conversations with each other. Wanting to make more memories as well is part of this sentimentality, and your person recognizing that it's time to start getting up off of that moon here and picking up the phone and start coming back in your direction. But let's see what else. We're going to use some tarot cards now and see what else we need to know for this message. What do we need to hear? Let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What does the collective need to hear about this person and this connection? Let's grab this one. Ace of Cups. Well, that is great. This is about starting fresh and starting over. And we have so many ones on this table already with some of the other cards that we have. The Ace of Cups is about a fresh start and a new beginning. Only this time your person is going to be able to be emotionally invested in this relationship. It'll be a powerful fresh start because it is all about love. Your person being more loving, being more compassionate, being more caring and being more giving and being able to show you and tell you as well how they feel about you, because the expression of love in these kind of connections is such an important part of this relationship. This card also says new romance, and it will be a new relationship. because the relationship that you had with this person in the past is gone. It's going to be very different because both of you are different, and actually starting over and starting fresh is going to be so much more powerful than trying to cobble back that broken relationship that the two of you had before. This is what's going to give this relationship greater stability to move forward and allow it to come to the place that it's always been trying to go, which is to union for you and your person. The tarot deck that I'm using today is one of our decks, the Galaxy Tarot deck, and there is a link in the description for these cards, and we did put the meaning of the cards on the cards as well, for those of you that would like to learn tarot, or for those of you that do readings for yourself. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What does the collective need to hear or know about this person? Well, this is the Star. Well, the Star is a very powerful card to get right now, guys, because it is about your person healing. It is about them doing the work. It is about them going through the transformation. It is about them coming through the other side of that dark night of the soul to come back towards you and start presenting themselves to you again as a romantic partner. The Star is ruled by Aquarius. So if you or your person have your sun, moon, or rising sign in Aquarius, this may be a place of validation, but you don't need to be in Aquarius or any other sign that I might call out. This is a collective reading. It's more important that we consider the meaning of the card and how it relates to the rest of the story, rest of the message that the universe is delivering for the collective today. The Star tells us to remain optimistic and hopeful that your person is going to be able to work through their issues, because a dark night of the soul is that place of transformation, to pull them through and out of that darkness and back to the light and back towards you and this relationship. It is also saying to have faith in them, because your person is growing, changing, and evolving. You have been a tremendous inspiration to this person, and your love and your light has been encouraging them to change, grow, and evolve this entire time that you have been away from each other. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? The Nine of Wands. Well, this is about your person in that dark night, I feel. It's a test of faith, right? The dark night of the soul. It's a test of faith, because they have to overcome all of the obstacles, all of the landmines, all of the difficulties that they have laid out for themselves, because they hadn't worked through their issues and their fears and their insecurities before meeting you, actually. But you were the catalyst for this change. But the Nine of Wands is also a card that tells us your person is going to be able to rise up with courage, with strength, with determination, and with a persistence to finish going through this place of transformation and change, to come back in your direction, to have this reset with you and have this powerful fresh start with you. Your person is figuring out at the moment, with this Nine of Wands being here, how they are going to approach you. What are they going to say? What is going to be in this apology? Perhaps they're writing it down. Perhaps they're practicing in front of a mirror because they don't want to blow it when they present this apology to you. Forgiveness is very important for your person right now, because they are carrying that heavy burden of their guilt, because they know that they hurt you. And if they didn't know that they hurt you, then this is not someone who is worthy of you or of this connection or of this love with you. But they are acknowledging and knowing and feeling and seeing how they hurt you, because they can feel it within their heart and within their soul themselves, because of this powerful connection the two of you share. You do share that empathy and telepathy with each other. So yes, your person can feel your heartache and heartbreak just like you can always feel theirs. But they are figuring out their approach, because they want to come back in your direction with so much more than they have presented to you in the past, and they want to make this fresh approach to you, and one that comes with so much love. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. The Ace of Swords. Well, this is all about a breakthrough. This is all about your person being able to see the truth. It is about them gaining clarity. It is about epiphany. It is about your person as well being able to return to you, being honest and authentic. You will see them being real. They will be raw, and that will be part of that apology. And you will see your person in a way that you have never seen them. There will be a humility in them. There will be a desire for forgiveness. There could be tears. Could even break down, guys. I'm telling you, I'm seeing it very clearly. But as well, the Ace of Swords is about communication. It is about your person initiating this communication with you so that the two of you can start having conversations, so the two of you can start making plans to spend time together, so the two of you can clear the air and put all of your cards on the table. But this is about truth. This is about your person speaking the truth because they have seen the truth. They see it clearly. They see the light. The light has come on and it is staying on with your person because your person is not going to want to go through another dark night of the soul, and they're not going to want to go through another period of not having you in their life either. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What does the collective need to know? The Eight of Wands. Well, that is all about communication. Coming from your person, very much supporting that Ace of Swords. I love the Eight of Wands because it is all about movement. It is about getting things unstuck, getting things out of this place of limbo and getting them out of the 5D and into the 3D where we live so the two of you can start spending time together and getting this relationship moving and grooving, coming out of stagnation, coming out of limbo where it is actually flowing, moving to the place where the two of you can start building this relationship again. But the Eight of Wands, as this cute little carrier pigeon here, is also about a message coming from your person, them initiating this communication with you. But things are going to get unstuck here with that Eight of Wands. And you guys may be feeling like it's just going to stay stuck in this place forever. But it's not. Remain hopeful. Have faith. Believe in your person. Because if you don't believe in them, then how can they work through it? Send them love. Send them light. Say a prayer for them. Hold them in the light because they are trying to work through these things as quickly as they can. But I feel for some, especially, this dark night for them has been a really tough place to be. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to know? Eight of Coins. Well, I actually love that the Eight of Coins came right at the end of that tarot section, to be honest, because the Eight of Coins is someone who's learned their lessons. Remember, we were talking earlier in the reading at the very beginning about how you can try to run from the growth and run from the changes or resist it or say you're not going to go through it or deny it or whatever because you don't want to change. You just want to kind of stay in that stagnant, mediocre place that you've always been in because it's what's comfortable and familiar to you. The Eight of Coins is about your person having the growth and going through those lessons because the Eight of Coins is the card of the student and your person having these life lessons and experiences that they need to grow up, change, and evolve. It is about the life lessons happening at the level of the soul. It is what the dark night is doing for your person right now. But as well, it is about the lasting love that is being built here for you and your person. Because when we consider the Eight of Coins, we have to consider a very solid foundation. I like to use fours for a number for a foundation because 4 cornerstones make a solid foundation. But when there's 8 divided by 4, that's 2 stacks of them, right? A rock solid foundation for this relationship that won't crumble or crack ever again. That is what lasting love is about. But as well, I feel this is for the two of you as you come back together, being able to build a happy and healthy relationship with one another. And you may need to teach your person some relationship skills. And I feel that they would be a very willing student because your person's not going to want to go through a period without you again. When they come back, that will be it. Okay? So you may need to teach them what a healthy, happy relationship looks like, especially if they've never had one. If all this person has ever had is toxic and dysfunctional relationships, guess what? They're going to bring that into your relationship. So when they come back, they will be ready to have another lesson with you. And that is the fun lessons where you are working together, teaching them relationship skills, how to be a better communicator, how to make better compromises with each other. And that is something that you will do together as you build this relationship. And that is what creates lasting love. When you have a happy, healthy relationship, where your hearts are open and in alignment with each other, where you are emotionally vulnerable and expressive with each other, where you let down your guard and share everything with each other, that is a solid foundation for a relationship. And that is what your person is coming back for. First of all, they want to ask you to forgive them. Well, first of all, they need to finish coming through this dark night of the soul that they are going through. And I do feel that there are, for some of you out there, this person could be going through a difficult one, because they are having to feel the heavy weight of everything that they have done, as well as their heartbreak and their sadness and missing you as well. And they want to ask you to forgive them. They want to see if you are willing to have a fresh start with them, because ultimately your person wants to have a relationship with you. They want to start over. They want to start fresh. Only this time your person has what it takes within them to do it right, because they see and they understand where they have blown it in the past. They have clarity. They see the truth. They want to open their heart to you and have this powerful new beginning, this new romance with you. And they want that romance with you to be able to go the distance, because being without you is something this person does not want to go through or experience ever again. They want this new beginning because you complete them with this fulfilled card. You complete them, and they feel the best when you are in each other's lives. What does that say? I feel as if I won the best prize of all. You're exactly what I need and what I want in my life. Remember, guys, you are the prize. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever settle for anything less. Let this person work for you. Let them come back for you. Let them fight for you, and let them show you that they have changed, that they are transformed, and that they are worthy of you, your love, and this relationship. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you. Have a great day, guys.